Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Irina. I'm a master student in German university and I moved in Germany actually last October, so I'm kind of new here, but I'm sharing my experience with you according to the life in Germany, how to apply to the German university. And today we would be talking about where you can live as a student, because I guess now it's super popular topic because next semester would be soon, and I'm sure that some of you are trying to find a dorm or place to live, and I hope my story would be helpful for you. Let's start with the place where you can live as a student, and first, of course, it's a dorm. It's a dorm on the campus on the uni usually, and you can apply through the website. You can see this website right now, and as you can see, some of the places it's just a room on the floor, and all the facilities or kitchen would be one kitchen for the floor, and that's it. But you can find something more comfortable, for example 2 or 3 bedrooms apartment, and it calls here WG. So it's a shared apartment, and for example you will have kitchen for 3 or 4 people and also a bathroom, so it's more convenient for sure. And also the most luxurious part that you can choose, it's Einzel apartment, so it's a small studio for one person, so you have your own kitchen, you have your own bed, you have your own bathroom, so everything that you need. But usually it's pretty small place, so around 15, maybe 20 square meters. And also you can find a WG not only on the campus on the uni, but also in the city, You're just sharing an apartment with other people. Sometimes they're also students, but sometimes it's just people who are working and they don't want to pay, the whole rent. That's why they're sharing with you. And another type that you can find, it's a private dorm. So it's usually the company who provide this kind of services. So usually the buildings, they're better, their looks, more modern, and you can find there also a place, and usually it would be a studio apartment. And I want to share with you some more details. I would be telling you my story, how I found actually dorm and after that apartment in different cities, because of my situation, and will provide some details according to the price, according to how to find the dorm or a WG. So stay tuned. So first thing first, I received actually first admission letter, not from my university where I'm studying right now. I'm studying in Düsseldorf, but from another city. And I already applied for this certificate that I would be studying there. The city was Siegen. It's also in the NRV, but it's smaller city and it's just a student city, And I was not happy with the city, but I didn't have another, cool options, and I decided to agree. And I started trying to find there an apartment. And first, of course, ask about the dorm. So in each city, you have this kind of organization that providing this dorm service. So you can see what kind of options do you have. And I applied for this dorm. And first I received a message that now available just a room on the floor. And for me, it was not that really convenient. I don't believe that I can share, for example, a kitchen for 15 people or something. And now actually my friends have this kind of experience, and it's okay, you don't have like a lot of people that are usually, in the dorm, and that's why it's pretty convenient to share, so all good. It's also an option, but for me I decided that I need something different. And after that, you should be fast actually, because they're asking and they need the answer, just today, just right now. So if you want to agree, you should reply directly. But I decided to wait, so in the end they sent to us, a list with the emails from the people who are living in this kind of WG on the campus on the uni. And they told us, you should just send an email to each apartment and the person who is responsible there, who are living there, and they will have with you an interview, and after that you can apply for this room, for example, in this WG. So I applied like that, and I had some kind of interviews, but I realized that, you know, sometimes you have a different vibe. Sometimes you understand that, for example, apartment in general on the first floor or on the ground floor, and for me, I prefer, you know, to be a little bit higher. I don't know, it just, you know, my expectations, and I decided that, yeah, I have still time. I guess it was in the end of the July, and I decided that, yeah, I will try to find something else. And I found a website, it called WG gesucht. So if you translate directly from German, it means that, you know, it's WG that you're trying to find. So I was trying to apply there, so I sent a lot of actually applications to people who have you know, advertisement there. And also I was trying to find groups in Facebook. It's also working. You have a lot of people who are renting there an apartment or a room, but it's a lot of scam actually, especially on the Facebook. And usually people are telling you, yeah, let's, you know, sign directly a contract. I would be not in the city, but everything would be okay. Just send me, you know, money. Just be careful, please. Check everything. And in general, it's better to sign a contract when you're already in the country, when you came, and after that you can sign. I guess an exceptional thing, and for example, if you're signing a contract with the university dorm, you need to pay in advance. And for example, if you're signing a contract with a private dorm, if you're signing with another person, just be careful, you know, try to not do this until you are in the country. After you are seeing everything, you can do this. And of course, if you don't have any video call before, if you're not familiar with the person who would be living with you, it's already a bad sign. So be careful, please. In the end, I couldn't find something nice for a nice price, and I decided to apply for the private dorm. With the private dorm, it's pretty nice system. So it's just a company. They just want, you know, to rent to you an apartment, and that's it. It was a small studio apartment, really small, around maybe 15 square meters or something. But actually I was visiting my friend, and he's living in this dorm, and it's pretty nice, you know, the nice interior, and it's possible to live alone for sure. So I applied for this dorm and I paid for everything, but I was lucky because on their website it was an information that, for example, if you don't like or you want to change something, you have 14 days for changes. And can you imagine what happened? I received another admission in September, when the semester will start in October, from Düsseldorf University. And of course I decided to change everything actually. So I started trying to find a dorm in my uni where I'm studying right now, and they told me, of course, no, it's already too late. And now it's a life hack that you need to remember for sure, because I didn't know, but my friends who are studying with me, they knew actually. So when you're applying for the dorm, do it as soon as possible. And when I was trying to apply it, I found that you need an admission letter for that. So you need to upload the admission letter, and after that you can continue. But I didn't know that you can just skip this step. For me, it seemed that it was no this opportunity, but in general you had this opportunity. Just try to skip or upload, I don't know, just the empty file, just to continue. And when they're already asking you, like, we cannot see your admission letter, maybe you will have this admission letter. So be smarter, you know, prepare in advance. So in this case, you have better chances to have your dorm actually from the first semester. I was not that smart enough, so they told me, like, no dorm, of course, because it's too late. It's half of the months before the semester. What are your expectations? I was in shock because for me, I didn't know what to do. I was in my country, but I started applying for all the apartments in Düsseldorf on this WG gesucht. Actually, so I sent in so many messages actually to people, and I had so many interviews. I guess I had interviews like almost every day. Of course, a lot of people reject me. Sometimes it was these more commercial places, for example, when the owner own couple maybe apartments or something, but you're also sharing with other people. In the end, I found my flatmate actually, And first I thought that it's also some kind of scam because, you know, he was super polite, super nice, and he's telling me the story that his girlfriend somewhere in the other country, and because she is working there, so they would be separated for this 1.5 years. And I'm like, okay. And when he sent me a contract, I still, you know, didn't know if it's like okay or not. But in the end, we discussed that I can fly to Germany, and when I would be in Düsseldorf, we can sign directly a contract, and I will pay to him. And it was amazing that we can discuss all these details, and in the end, I agreed. And I was super happy, but of course in stress because I didn't know what to expect. And it's normal, you know, you would be thinking like, yeah, maybe it's scam or something goes wrong. Just, you know, be prepared. If you have a plan B, everything would be okay, you know, just in case. So in the end, I'm living in WG, so just for 2 people, and we have 2 bathrooms and we have 3 rooms and a kitchen. So it's really big apartment, and I'm happy definitely with my flatmate. He's amazing, so we have good relationship, and because I'm living super close to the city center, it's really nice location. So I hope you are also happy for me. Yeah, but it's definitely work if you're trying, you know, just keep trying, everything would be okay. In case if you cannot find something, try to find, for example, an apartment for half of the year, because sometimes students are going to the Erasmus program, so they are leaving the country for half of the year, and you can find something like that. In the end, when you're already in the country, it would be definitely easy to find an apartment, to find a room. And another life hack, when you're already studying in a uni, if it's urgent, if you need an apartment in 1 month or something, just go to this dorm office and ask them like, yeah, you have my application, that I don't know that, for example, right now it's like a huge queue and I need to wait, but I have an urgent situation, maybe you have something. And usually they will provide you, maybe not from the first time, but you can go next week and ask again. Just, you know, take all your chances, and in the end it will be working. And let's talk about the parameters, what you can expect. And of course, first you're thinking about the price, and it makes sense, yes. And dorm, for example, in my uni, it's around 270 till 410, something like that, depends on the type. And in the other cities, actually, I noticed that even if the city is small, it would be same prices. I guess they keep in, maybe in Berlin, for example, the situation would be different, or in Bonn. I noticed that the prices there are higher, and I guess WG would be around 700 or something, and in Berlin it's really tough situation, but still I guess it's possible. Also, if you don't know, in Germany you have this Kaltmiete and Warmmiete. Kaltmiete means that you have only, you know, your rent payment, so only about your room or about the apartment, you're paying for that. But Warmmiete included also water, electricity, and the other stuff. But please ask in advance what is included in this Warmmiete, because usually they included water, but sometimes they're not included electricity, and you need to sign an additional contract with the company who providing this service. And with the internet, the same thing. So just be prepared in advance and just ask with whom you would be living, what is included. Also, of course, you should ask if you want to stay as a student, you need to register in the city. So be sure that the person who living with you, so your flatmate or the owner of the apartment, will provide you a document for your residential thing, for registering the city in general. And also one funny thing, if you don't know anything about the Germany, that usually the apartments in Germany, they're renting without even kitchen. Without kitchen, can you imagine? Yes, and of course without any furniture. With the rooms, situation is different, but sometimes people who were living there before, they bought this kitchen like from the beginning, and when you're going to live there, they will ask you some kind of amount because you would be using. So in the end, for the furniture in the room and for the kitchen it can be around 500 till 700, just one payment and that's it. And also in the beginning, when you're paying for the first month, you also need to pay this amount, how it calls in German, it's Kaution. Yeah, so this amount that you're paying just in case you would be leaving or something, they keep this amount, and in the end, when you finish your renting, they return you back this amount. So usually it's like 3 Kaltmiete, so it's like 3 renting without additional payments. Just be prepared with the money, because definitely you need to pay all these things, and like in my experience, it's better than you have also money for the next month, just in case that something goes wrong, especially if you have some kind of scholarship or something, that you have this money and you can pay a rent like second month also. And actually the funny story with me, my friend, she's German, and her flatmate was the Russian girl, and I'm also Russian, and I was trying to find an apartment, and I found her, and it was a good match, and we decided to live together. But the girl who was leaving this apartment, she asked me 3,000 euro for furniture and for some IKEA furniture in the room. So for the kitchen and for the IKEA furniture, it's super high prices. So even if you are renting the whole apartment, usually people asking the small amount because the kitchen is not new, you're not the first person who are living there. And in the end, actually, we are good friends, but in general, we are not living together. Don't try to act when you are nervous, You should try to think what is better for you in the end. And even, I know how hard it is. I don't know, my hands were shaking and I was in stress when I was moving, especially with this dorm situation and with the VG situation. It was really tough for me, but it can work. Just try to write some steps, what is important right now, and try to do your best. That's it. Also noticed from my classmates that sometimes actually you can rent even an apartment, but from city nearby. So if you don't need to live in a big city or in the city where you live in, you can usually choose the smaller city near. It would be a normal transportation option there, and you can find even apartment. Or maybe a small studio, it's also possible, but in the city. Yeah, my classmates, for example, they are renting like that. So it depends. But it's easy, for example, to sign a contract for 1 year, to find an apartment, just start your life here, and after that you can choose. It would be easier for you when you're already here and understand what kind of area you like, or is it okay for you to study here, or is it okay for you that the city is like that, neighborhood like that. So just try to be easygoing, try to go first to the country to receive your first experience with your apartment or dorm or something, and after that you can choose definitely better than it was from your country where you never seen the city. Because I checked the Google Maps, because you can see the neighborhood here, but still you cannot feel it like that when you're already in the country. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I'm planning to travel, so I will have time to edit this video, and I hope I can upload it. And if you have any other questions, just ask me below, and also check my other pages, so Instagram. Maybe it would be easier to connect like that. And if you have additional questions, just ask me. I will try to help you. Yeah, because my experience, as you can see, pretty different and pretty interesting. Thank you for your time. See you in next video. Yeah, bye bye.